Senator Corker right now trying to attach language reining in the president's authority when it comes to tariffs and imposing them on national security grounds. We know that the House already passed a farm bill. He's trying to attach that language to the farm bill in the Senate. What are your thoughts about what's happening?
Well, I just hope the Senate can get a farm bill passed so that we can go to a conference committee. Then we can work out our differences to see if it's going to be necessary to add a provision like that or not. I agree with Senator Corker. I'm concerned about the tariffs and the impact that they may have on the people that I represent in central Illinois. There are countries that are being affected by these proposed tariffs that actually we have trade surpluses with in many of the commodities that I know the president's concerned about. But the president was right to actually address the steel discrepancy that he saw from countries like China. I just wish he'd focus on bad actors like China rather than punishing our allies.
Fair enough, Congressman. So let's go forward to November. If we don't get all these trade disputes resolved by then, which doesn't seem very likely at the moment, how are you going to explain it to your constituents? Those farmers, when they come to you and say, look, I don't get to sell as much grain as I did because of some issue with steel.
Well, it's not just about steel. We can address the steel issue, and the president and his administration has. But we also have to make sure that we take into consideration countries like Canada, where we have a trade surplus when it comes to U.S. steel and U.S. agricultural products. I would just hope that the administration would spend their time focusing on the bad actors like China, rather than looking at allies like Canada and the EU and others, where we need to have global trade. We need to have that global marketplace, because we can't sell enough soybeans that are grown in middle America in this country because there's not enough people that want to consume them. We have to trade them overseas.
Is the White House listening to you on this issue? Are they changing their course? For example, even the decision this morning about the investment in China. Do you think the president changed his position?
Boy, I can't answer that one because I'm not in any of the meetings right now with the White House. But I would hope that through many discussions that we've had with the administration, and also that many of my colleagues have had with the administration and the president personally, I would hope that we would look at some fair negotiations, and negotiations that truly would not punish our allies and close marketplaces to the people that I represent in central Illinois.
And of course, we have the House now voting on the GOP compromise immigration bill this afternoon. We just heard from Congressman Norman of South Carolina saying that he can't vote for this compromise bill because it doesn't include not only E-Verify, but also some overhaul of the guest worker program for agriculture. So what do you think of this bill this afternoon? And do you think it does enough for the farm community?
Well, I think we can always do better, but the problem is they couldn't come to an agreement on adding those two provisions in there. We'll get standalone bills to address E-Verify. We'll get standalone bill to address the ag worker visa issue. And frankly, this bill that we're going to vote on today is the only bill that actually succeeds in not only authorizing but appropriating money to build a physical structure along the southern border that the president wants. We also address the DACA and Dreamer solution. 1.8 million DACA and Dreamer recipients are able to find that legal status. This is what the president and Democrats have even said they wanted. We make our immigration system a merit-based system rather than a lottery, and we make sure that no families ever separated at the border again. These are provisions that Democrats and Republicans have said they wanted. This is our chance to actually put them into law, and everybody should vote for this bill.